Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud.
What's up, guys? It's Sarah from the Counter Blog. Today I'm here with Ebri Yahloe. What's up, Ebri?
What's up, Sarah from the Counter Blog?
Hey. So today we're going to talk about her new project, Say It Loud. We're going to talk about a little of her backstory and what she has going on for us in the future. Let's go. So I heard you went to Cali with a bunch of artists, just determined to live out your dreams. And you were super young, and I want to know more about that story.
Oh, you was doing some research.
I was.
Okay. So, me and a few of my friends went to California. We just like quit my job and was like, it's time. I need to go make it.
Yeah.
And I really didn't know that California was the stop. Like, a few of us had like different things in mind. Like, one of us thought of it as like a vacation.
Yeah.
The other one thought of it as like a road trip. The other two thought of it as like a road trip.
Right.
And my idea was like, y'all quit my job.
Right.
Quit my job, and I don't care what y'all do. Y'all can put my shit out the car right now. I stay. And you know what I'm saying? But my friends, being the amazing friends they were, they stayed with me. I know for a fact that it was uncomfortable. And if any of my friends, I'm sure all of my friends are watching this.
Right.
I'm pretty sure this is a big deal. So I'm pretty sure all my friends are watching this. So to my friends that are watching this, like, I love you, and I'm thank you. And I don't know if I got to say it, you know what I'm saying, for the friends that we don't really talk like that no more. Like, thank you for having my back at that time, because like it was ballsy, it was crazy. We was homeless. I love you. To the people that helped us out there, I love you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm like, nah, I'm staying.
Yeah.
They're like, you can't stay. Like, you don't know nobody. I'm like, I know everybody.
Yeah. So what did you get into out there? Did you have some shows? Did you meet some people?
I learned about busking.
Busking. What is busking?
Busking is when you play on the street corner for money, so you can eat Little Caesar's pizza, because you don't really have a lot of money.
What are you playing on the street corner?
So my homeboy, Cat Chameleon, he's the cat. He had like a looper, right? And in some of my shows, I used a looper, and I learned that from him. So he would get this looper, and he ended up buying like a big speaker, and he would beatbox up on the looper. I would rap. People would drop money in the bucket, or we would meet like.
Hold on,
Yep.
back up. What's a looper? I don't know if anybody actually knows what a looper is.
The looper.
I'm not
cool.
sure.
If you go.
What is a looper, Ebri?
A looper is like, some people use like guitar and loopers. Some people use all different type of things. But Peter, Cat Chameleon, the innovator that he is, he loops up small pieces of his voice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll get some like, and then that would be one loop. Like, so it's like 4 loops.
Okay.
Right? And so you got maybe like do 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 do. So now you got that. All at the same time, right? So 4 loops of just sounds.
Yeah.
And we would drop money. People would drop money in the bucket. We would go do it at like Venice Beach. That's where all the people are, right?
Wow.
That's the place to be, right? Venice Beach, right? That's where the tourists go.
Yeah.
People live on Venice Beach. So like we draw in a crowd, and maybe like pass the mic to somebody, like, all right, give us a sound. Give us a sound. It'll just get the people more involved, you know. Make a big crowd, and then drop the money in the bucket.
That's what you were doing for money out there.
Yeah.
Because you just left. You were just like, I'm done with my job. I'm going to be an artist. I'm going to live my life and have these experiences. So you just really threw yourself to the wolves.
To the wolves.
Damn. So how do you think it shaped you? How do you think it made you different?
Oh.
The trip to Cali.
The trip to California made me different because it helped me know that I can go anywhere and rock a crowd.
Right.
So you could come home, or you're at home.
Yeah.
And you can rock a show. Your auntie might come, your uncle might come. If your mother's supportive, she's gonna come. Your friends is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Your fans is gonna come, your core people that's gonna support you regardless. They gonna come, right?
Right.
But to go to California and to perform at a place that these people don't know me, my mom ain't here, my auntie ain't here. The people I know is these three, and like to shake that place in different places, it just gave me an extra like, all right,
confidence.
So the product is good.
Yeah,
the product is good. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you know the product is good, it's gonna sell anywhere.
So before you became Ebri, you were actually Kayla K.
Who you did to?
That's what you started off as. And from what I know, initially Kayla K first came out when you were in middle school, and you were in a group called Pure Gold.
Hey man, what the?
No, keep that. So.
Wow, Sarah. Wow.
So that's pretty far back. What'd you say?
I said Pure Gold.
Yeah, Pure Gold. And that's such a fly name, by the way.
Thanks.
That could really hit today.
Hey, shout out to B1S. He made that up.
Yeah.
Bones, he made that up.
And I want to talk about the teacher that got you into that, Miss Wilson, I think her name was. Tell me, how did Miss Wilson influence you? Because middle school seems like such an early time to start a rap career, but here you had this whole group called Pure Gold, and I know Miss Wilson played a pretty important role in getting you into that. So talk about her.
Did she give you this? Did you go to the school? Like what? Miss Wilson is amazing, and we used to like freestyle. We used to like skip class.
Yeah.
Me and B1S, we would, and a couple other people. We would just skip class and go to this music class. So I went to this school, and it was a charter school.
Right.
And like sometimes.
Cata.
Yeah, Cata.
Yeah.
Cata's a great school now, so I've heard. They got a commercial and everything. We went there and had no commercial. Sometimes we didn't even have meat when it was time to eat. We would have like green beans and a roll and like a milk. You know what I'm saying? So it was easy to skip class, basically.
Yeah.
What I'm saying. Like, so we would skip class and we just go freestyle in like this music class.
Okay.
I think like the music teacher might have quit once, so it was just like a bunch of kids just roaming around.
Right.
We would freestyle and we did a freestyle and somebody liked it. Miss Wilson, she was like substitute teaching there and she liked it. She was like, we're gonna show this to the principal.
Hey.
And we showed it to the principal. They had an assembly. I don't even know what the assembly was. It was super weird. Like they just did whatever they wanted to do. Had an assembly and we rapped. We rapped to chicken noodle soup.
Chicken noodle
soup with a soda on the side. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, that was a hit.
yeah,
I feel
it was
that.
a hit,
All
right? So we rapped to that, and we didn't rap. I think we might have freestyled it. And Miss Wilson got word of something called the Save Awards. And it's called Strategies Against Violence Everywhere, right? And it was on and popping after that. Like she had us touring around the school, just getting us ready. So she played a humongous.
Yeah, she got you started, right?
Yeah, I ain't expect you to take it back that far, Sarah.
Yeah, I have to. That's what I'm here for, right?
Right.
Yeah. So as far as I know, this was probably you were about to graduate from high school. What you know about public attraction, right here?
Hey,
I got the video.
I thought this was gonna change my life. Like I got Who That tattooed on my hands. I thought this was my favorite. Like
let's watch some of Public Attraction.
let's watch it.
Young Ebri. Okay.
It's Kayla K.
That's Miss Wilson right
Public
there.
attraction.
So you know it.
Hey, music is the motive.
Music is the motive. Way back then, music was the motive.
Music is the motive. Who that? You better act like you knew that. I've been running my city, you cats are just new jags. Who that? You better act like you knew that. I've been running my city, you cats are just new jags. Who that? Hey, that's Kayla K. And I ain't too concerned about what a hater gotta say. No, I ain't too concerned about what a hater gotta say.
Miss Wilson had us like touring around the school. So
Yeah.
the school was like K through 8, right? So we went to every class. They had like maybe 4 or 5 kindergarten classes, same way. So we did a lot of tours around the school, right? But for the first big performance, I mean, it was Yeah, that was the first one. It was like
Yeah.
sold out. They were screaming our names. Like in
That's crazy.
that night is when I knew that I could do this, and not because like, yeah, these people scream my name, I'm gonna be famous, I wanna be a famous rapper.
Right.
The reason it changed me and I knew I could do this was because we had this song, and the song went, choose the right path, decide your own fate. It's better to love than hate, right? So strategies against violence everywhere.
Right.
So you can almost imagine what the verses were like.
Yeah.
Strategies against violence, we talked about that. And I was super not comfortable with singing, you feel me? So I'm up there like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I learned in that night, like, these words that I'm saying can get this reaction from these people. Not even like the reaction for me or like for this group. Like, these words that I'm saying, like, I have some power to make all these, when I say pure, y'all say go, pure, go. Like, these words that I'm saying can make these people do something. And if I choose my words right, I just might be able to make the world do something other than what I like was seeing around me.
I love that. I love that. You really realized that you had a voice and people were listening to the positivity and implementing it into their lives at such an early age.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to Miss Wilson.
Shout out to Miss Wilson.
Okay.
When everything happened with the deal and everything, I felt like, all right, this is about to be some whatever. Now you know who I am. I'm about to say it. I mean, it's like super. I feel like I was maybe almost cursed.
Right.
And I felt like damn, did these people take away my talents and my gifts like with them? Like, is that what happened? Like, am I cursed because I made this dumb decision? Like, I be thinking like that. I be like, it be some wild shit, right? So I'm thinking like, is this that? So put out that, and with that taught me was to relinquish control. Let go and let God. Let go and let the universe. Let go and whatever you call it, let go and be that. Walk in your purpose. Ebri, you make music. Make music. That's it. Make music and put out this music. Because what's the point if you're not? Put out this music. You know, so that happened. And when I let go of those songs instead of trying to hold them in and like, I ain't gonna have nothing else, so I need a big project. When I put those out, it just start going. Like, I put out Ebronix in October, and then I started a series of singles. Ebronix, right? And I started a series of singles. So in December, I put out a song called Naked Again. In January, I dropped I Fly, and in February, I dropped the project called Say It Loud. And then after Say It Loud, I let Say It Loud, because it was in honor of Black History Month. Yeah. But I kind of wanted to show like, yo, this is not just this month, so I let it ride for March 2. And then in April, I came back with a single called Miggity. You know what I'm saying? So what putting Ebronix out and just releasing those songs did for me was to let me know, like, relinquish control and don't be fearful. Don't be fearful.
So this has ended up being something like so much more than I expected. Just talking about your story and really life. And that's what Say It Loud was, basically. Just life. Embracing yourself and being grateful. So speaking of being grateful, being abundant and happy, I heard pineapples are the happy fruit.
Pineapples are the happy fruit.
Yeah. And so you have this obsession with pineapples.
Legit.
And I just see them all over your page. I know you have like an upcoming merch page with pineapple clothing. And I want to know, why are they the happy? Why are they the happy fruit?
All right.
What's your obsession with pineapples?
Okay. So before I go into because every time I tell somebody this, like I forget like the most important part. Because the story is cool too.
Okay.
But so, what pineapples represent is warm, like warm, friendship forever, hospitality, and just like happiness and like just openness. And I feel like I embody all of those things as a human and as a friend, as a sister, as a daughter. Like I embody all of those things, right? And the pineapple came to be. Well, my hair is my favorite style. It's twisties, and they're usually like older twisties. Some at the top, some down in the back. Somebody took a picture, and they called me like pineapple head ass, right? and
I'm sorry.
no, it's all good.
Okay.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Like and I like that does look like a pineapple. That's really cool, right? It's amazing. And then I took a trip to Hawaii. Like maybe 2 years ago, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I took a trip to Hawaii, and we went to Maui, and I won a $300 to make a memory in Hawaii.
Okay.
So I'm like, what can I do with this? I could do something crazy, like swim with the sharks. I could do something. And I came to the conclusion of like, oh, I can get a tattoo. Got a pineapple tattoo, right? So I'm like, all right, cool, I can get a tattoo. So I'm like, before I got the tattoo, I'm going through the things like, what can I get to represent Hawaii? Like, I don't want to get like Hawaii on my neck or like Maui or whatever. I'm like, what can I get? What can I get? So finally figure out like what we're gonna get is the tattoo. And I'm there and I'm talking to the tattooer, and he asked me like, what do you do? And at this time, I was not doing music like to my full potential, so I was like really embarrassed. Like he asked me what I did, and I'm like, I work at this little clothing store.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh, because I seen all these music tattoos and I thought you did music. You feel me? And I didn't want to say yes at the beginning, because if you tell somebody that you do music and they see all these music tattoos, I'll pull some of it up. And I didn't have anything up because it was before Ebronix. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, I didn't want to be like, yo, my name Ebri, but I got some stuff. It's Kayla K, and like, you lost me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, I do music. You know what I'm saying? He like, well, if you don't do something every day, you're gonna lose it.
Wow.
And he told me like, basically told me his backstory and the things that he came to be this tattoo artist. And he told me the story about a king who wanted to conquer these 3 islands. And when he got to each island, he told his men like, burn the boats. And they was scared, like, burn the boats, how we gonna get off if we don't win? He like, nah, you either fight and win or you fight and die. Right?
Wow.
And long story short, he conquered all the islands. And you just keep going, right? You keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. So when I see a pineapple, it just symbolizes like keep going. And it's so wild, like it's become like spiritual branding for me now. And it's so wild because it's like when I see it, it just means keep going when you're doing what you're doing. So like I had this job, and it was like specifically for music. I got this job because I needed money for music, and it was music videos, anything, studio time, anything. I never got into this account unless it's for some music stuff, right? And like, as artists, we get back and forth about jobs. It's like a love-hate relationship. Like I really hate these people. Like I don't want to be here. You feel like you're doing working a job. Like I'm not creating music, so you just get angry. And then if you're creating music all the time, you don't have the money, so it's like, what am I doing? And like this how this shit happens. I'm like in my head about this job, like I'm about to leave, bruh. I can't take this. I'm just in the cafeteria just messing around, looking for some like coffee stirs to stir my little tea. Open the bottom drawer, there's whatever this cloth was, don't know what the cloth was, didn't pick it up, I was just too shocked. Open up, look for the coffee stirs, and there was this cloth with pineapples all over it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, keep doing what you're doing. I could be having a having a moment, right? I'll be having a moment about like, I don't know if I should be doing, or like man, I could be doing something else. Not as far as music, just like in life. Like, I don't think I should be here at this moment. And legit, a little girl will walk past with a pineapple hat on, or like I'm like down to like the last buck or something. You know what I'm saying? And I'll go like put some money up in the ATM of some merch I done sold or whatever, so I can pay some bills, whatever. And I'm like in a messed up state. Like, bruh, it's gotta be something more to life than this. It's a true story. The other day it happened. Looked up at my ATM bank, and there's a lady with a grocery bag, and then in her grocery bag is a pineapple clear as day. And I just so happened to look up, like, hey, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing. Keep going. I will be in a rut, and somebody will randomly send me a pineapple. Like, I was thinking about you, like, yeah, keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. So it ended up being like spiritual branding. Keep going.
Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud.